Hello, this is Eric in Audiio, and I purchased this Synco G1TL unit out of the sheer curiosity if it's any good, because the quest to actually get good Android audio is really not that easy, unless you want a bunch of wires hanging everywhere. I found that quest, but I want something connected directly without pinging an arm and leg. So is this our option? Well, we're going to find out. Now let's get started. This particular unit that I purchased has both Android Type-C and Apple adapter, which can slide into place and out of place. And it has really bold claims. 150 meters distance, that's insane. Is it that true? Well, we're gonna have to test that out. So here are the two units. We have our wind muff for outside, perfect. Charging cable, USB-A, so this is A right there, and Type-C. So I'm thinking the unit charged Type-C, we'll find out in a moment. And we also have a carrying bag, as well as our typical user manual. So this is my first time ever opening this up, by the way, how do you charge units. So a lot of images and stuff. So here's the part that connects to your phone. You'll notice this little pins showing right here. We're going to actually connect our Type-C or Apple side to this. And on here we have our little auxiliary connection. Gonna find more about this after. And we have our USB charging port. So I'm thinking this might be a monitoring or something, but yeah, we'll find that out. So here we have our microphone. This one's actually fairly small, say compared to my Comica that I'm using right now with my lavalier. This is the Pro unit I'm actually using on me right now. So on here, we have a small mic unit. We have our reset here with a little pin, and then we also have our cutoff, low end cutoff. So this should be at least for low end rumble, so machinery working around and stuff. Our link state, our mic connection, so if we have a mic connected, and our USB charging, and we also have, air power switch, and our power switch might be a mute button. I haven't checked that out yet. And we also have a little coating over top. Let's check that out. Ooh, wow, that's shiny. So for this unit, we both have Android or Apple. So let's see how this works. I've never used it before, so let's check it out. There's a little groove here. So I slide this into this groove. That's Apple. And take it out. Now for Android Type-C or to PC, we're gonna test PC as well, of course. We put it in. Slide this in to its little home, and we have our Type-C connected. What's amazing is how well this sticks. So right here we actually have the different sounds, so we can do different voices. I'll be showing that in this video. So it's going to be Apple phone, Android phone, and PC I'll be showing for different devices, as well as lav mics attached to our device right here, so I can actually attach through here. And we can also make actual mics, like say the Rode NTG or the Rode Video Micro wireless by connecting through here. So I see here we can actually attach our little wind muff using these little teeth on there. So it simply slides in just like a Rode Wireless Go. I don't actually like that setup because I like something that locks in, but it seems to attach decently, but if I use a bit of force, it'll just pop right off, as you see on the phone first, and then see on the PC. So this is connected to my Asus Zenfone Flip, so it's 7 Flip, using the Shure Motive software, because this app works a lot better than the phone does for recording. So am I clear? The one cool thing is this does have a mute. So I just press the power button just for a second. Press this button again, and now you can hear me again. So that's pretty cool. Now let's continue on using some lav mics. So one thing I figured out is that on the receiver end of the device that's connected to the phone right now, the link button that's right beside the mic sound effects is a volume level. So you got 3 different volume levels. So right now I have the volume turned down, and that actually can improve the sound of a lav that's hot. How am I coming through with X5 LV2? Will I ever really survive? How am I coming through? Is it clear? My phone is connected to my Rode NTG using this microphone system. How am I coming through using the Rode NTG and make it wireless? So after checking out how the sound was on Android, it's actually very clear, so that's great. There's a bit of hiss. The X5 LV2 was actually quite spectacular. That's a really miniature lav mic, and the built-in mic was pretty decent. Now, what I want to go to now is the iPhone, and then after the iPhone, we're going to check out PC. This is an audio test with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Using the built-in microphone, how am I coming through? I found so far, at least with other systems, that a lav mic tends to be better. What do you think? This is a test using the DDW lav. How am I coming through? And of course, this is with the Synco. For those that are wondering, using the DDW lav, DA35 with micro dot. So is the audio clear? Well, you be the judge. So the iPhone audio turned out rather well. The DD was actually extremely clear on the iPhone. Now I'm going to do the actual PC test audio, and then I'm going to mention some afterthoughts, including showing an issue I had on the odd occasion that applied to PC and iPhone. So it's actually a good idea, by the way, to actually connect the monitor headphones to make sure that the mic is connected properly. The only experience I had was with the Wired Lav not being quite proper for a connection on some occasions. Now I'm testing the microphone to PC. Mixcraft 9 that I use does not recognize it, but Audacity that's free, that DAW, digital audio workstation interface, actually works, and the audio we're hearing right now is from this device to PC. Right now I'm using the DD DA35 with micro dot. How am I coming through? Right now I'm using the lavalier from the Comica, and on the Comica it's not so great, while the capsule itself is actually bigger and it's better to go with the one that's included on this particular system. However, using it with this is super freaking loud. That's why it's way down here. So right now I'm actually testing with the X5 LV2, and this is one of those mini mics that actors may use to actually hide on them. How am I coming through with this microphone? Right now, the awful audio you're hearing is from the camera itself, and I'll switch it over once this turns on. So I'm going to turn this little mic system on and see if it turns on the other mic system. So that's on. And the Rode NTG is on. So heck yeah. So I can actually make this Rode NTG wireless, and I don't need my camera around, and I can actually travel anywhere. And I didn't test the reception distance, but if this goes a far distance, you can have a bit of fun, of course, doing interviews with other people. So here's the problem I had on odd occasion, say to the PC and once to the iPhone, where the Wired Lav wasn't quite right. This is a test with the iPhone 12 Pro Max using the DDW Lav, that's a DA35 with micro dot. How am I coming through with this lavalier? So you might be thinking, oh Eric, I want to hear those voices with this lav. Okay, fine. Well, some of these have way too much reverb to even make sense. I'm just pressing the button again, and of course, some are actually decent. I find some of the deep ones not to be so bad, but of course it depends on which it is. But like I said, reverb city. And this reverb is just a little, well, you tell me what you think. The natural voice, I think, is the way to go with this particular
system. Most of the other ones are, well, pretty much all of them are just gimmicks. And of course, gimmicks means it's just not cool unless you're just trying to have fun and annoy someone with your weird voice and say, who is this?
And you can say, this is Mr. or Mrs. or whoever voice you choose, and have a little bit of fun with that.
So, yeah, I have no clue where my voice is right now, and I think I'm enough of this trying different voices.
Right now, I'm going to make a phone call, and one thing I found is that through iPhone, the sound still goes through your phone, but you can listen to yourself through your headphone. However, on Android, everything can go through the headphone out. And I'm going to actually do some sound effects and annoy one of my friends here a bit. So just getting off work or just get home?
Just trying to unlock my door now.
Oh. Maybe you'd prefer listening to me with a different voice.
No. I've already
Electronic
heard your
dance
voices
music.
that you make. But obviously you must have
Baby
a microphone
effect.
that does something different, or you
Yeah,
wouldn't have said
like
that.
maybe this voice.
Male to female. Female to male.
Put you on speakerphone.
Okay, you do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's
Baby
quite
effect.
loud.
That's terrible.
Male to female.
Hello. How are you today?
Female to
You know
male.
what's kind of funny? Emily
Monster
has a
effect.
microphone that does that exact same sound. I just realized that.
Yeah, how about this? You got that same deep voice.
I don't
Original.
know if it does that or not, but it did the other, sure.
Now to find out reception distance. Is it true it can actually go like 150 meters? Well, let's find out. So we're 25 feet, 7.5 meters, and let's keep on going. It's turning around, and now I'm going back, facing the camera again. Right now I'm at 50 feet, 15 meters, and let's turn around. And of course, if there's any wind, we'll hear it on here. Okay, let's face the wind. And let's keep walking. And now we keep on going back. We're now at 75 feet, 25 meters. Let's do a turnaround. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Keep going. And now I'm approaching the next sign, 100 feet, 30 meters. Let's do a turnaround. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And let's keep going. So we're approaching 125 feet, 37.5 meters. How am I coming through? Let's do a turnaround, and a turnaround, and keep going. So we have all the way to 500 feet to go here. We're at 150 feet, 45 meters. And now the Comica has a record button. So I'm going to press that because even if I lose reception, I can actually record no matter where I go. Distance doesn't matter. Let's do a turnaround now. 150 feet, 45 meters. And now we're approaching the next one, which is 175 feet, 52.5 meters. And let's do a turnaround, and a turnaround. And let's keep going back. And we are going 200 feet, 60 meters. And let's do a turnaround slowly. And can you still hear me? Am I cutting out yet? I wouldn't be surprised if I was, but let's see. We are going back again. 225 feet, 67.5 meters. Can you still hear me? And let's do a turnaround. Really windy out here. Facing the wind there. Not sure if you heard any wind. And let's see. Keep going. And now I'm approaching the next sign. 250 feet, 75 meters. Let's face the wind. And let's do a turnaround. And can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And let's keep going. And I don't know how long it took to reconnect, because I would be surprised if there would be reception still. 275 feet, 82.5 meters, and let's do a quick turnaround. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And let's keep going back. We are now approaching 300 feet, 90 meters, and let's do a quick turnaround. And actually I should say slow turnaround. I want to make sure the cut out, if it can still stay. I don't know if it's going to be reception still, I doubt it. 325 feet, 97.5 meters, and no longer turn around, and it's going to go back. Now I'm approaching the next one, which is 350 feet, 105 meters. And we got the next sign, which is 375 feet, 112.5 meters. We are now reaching the next one, which is 400 feet, 120 meters. And let's keep going. We are now at the next 25 feet. I actually didn't write down on this one. And we are now reaching 450 feet, 135 meters. And let's go all the way to 500 feet. I'd be absolutely shocked if anything has reception at this distance. So what are my thoughts on this device? Well, it works quite well. The built-in mic is okay. The X5 LV2 is actually amazing with this particular system. It works great with iPhone as well. It works great with PC and pretty decent with Android. So there's no complaints there. For the price, that's pretty much unbeatable. Especially impressive is the reception distance. It beats the Rode Wireless Go. Yeah, that's pretty darn decent in this price range. And not only that, the battery life should be around 8 hours. I don't know what it is yet. I never managed to kill a battery. In fact, it seemed to be charged right out of the package. So, would I recommend this? Sure. It's not like absolutely amazing, but for the price, you can't really get anything better than this. Thanks for watching, and leave your comments below of what your thoughts are of this device. Have yourselves a most wonderful day. Oh, and by the way, links to purchase are down in the description below if you're looking for this mic yourself. And of course, I bought this with my very own income. This was not provided